is October 4th. We just pulled up to a piece of public here in Oklahoma. We're super excited. We got a couple spots marked out on onX that we're going to try tomorrow morning. But it's super late. We got here about 12 a.m. Austin's going to shoot his bow with some of his new broadheads, make sure everything's flying true. But we're going to catch kind of a quick nap here and then hopefully get up in a tree around 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. But we're super excited. The stars are super beautiful out here. We weren't able to hunt opening day, which was October 1, which was on a Tuesday because we had work. But we're super excited because Friday we don't. And so we're going to try to make it happen. So we got out here pretty late after work, so we'll see what happens. I'll have to shoot. Yes, I do. It's not too bad for at night.
Well, I didn't. That's where I aimed.
Austin's going to post up on a food plot in the morning. Going to be hunting on the ground. He'll have a camera, so we'll be able to see his perspective. And then I'll be getting in my saddle in the tree real early in a spot where there's some white oaks and there's kind of a forest glade that goes into some deep, thick wooded area. So hopefully the deer will transition into there, and it's right by the river. And hopefully we're going to have like a wind coming out of the east is what it looks like. It'll be blowing my wind straight into the river, and then Austin's wind will be blowing straight out of the food plot. So anything that comes in the food plot will not smell him, hopefully, in an ideal situation. Or that afternoon we're going to scout and then set up for the evening hunt and see if we can make it happen. Austin's getting everything on, ready to go. I'm about to get my stuff on. Hopefully this will put us in the stand about 6 a.m. But I think I got everything dialed in with my saddle, so I should be able to get up in the stand relatively quick. So I'm praying that that happens.
I'm going to be sitting in kind of like a... I'm still kind of deciding, actually, where I'm going to be sitting, but this morning I'm going to try to get like tucked in somewhere on the ground and just try to scout a tree that I can find for this afternoon, and I'll probably come back in with the hang on. And I just don't want to be shuffling through the woods and then get a tree that I don't like, have to get down, ADHDing it up, and so I'm just going to sit on the ground and sneak in somewhere and just get quiet. I kind of know, have a few ideas where I want to sit. I think I want to sit the west end of one of the food plots because we kind of have a southeast wind today, and I say southeast wind, but it's like 3 mile an hour wind, southeast wind, and
we got a nice chill this morning though.
Yeah, I don't know.
A little bit chillier than
I don't know what all that all about.
We are set up, ready to go, ready to get in the stand, and it is exactly 5 a.m. So that'll give us about 30 minutes to an hour to get set up.
Just gonna sit down. There was like a forked worm standing in the field. It kind of ran off when I got here. Nothing really I can do. Josh texted me. The bush moved. Josh texted me that he jumped like a big buck 20 yards in front of him. Like he went straight to where they're bedding him. He honestly, we scouted it out pretty good. We've like fished a lot around here. And yeah, hopefully like he doesn't spook him up too much and he can get there, get one. There's a huge rub that he's hunting by. And that we found last year, and it's a big buck making that rub, and so maybe he can get a chance, an opportunity to see him in the daylight if he shows up. He's hunting like right by the river, so there's like a lot of deer that just like walk along the side of that. It's a little bit loud and it's pretty thick, so he can't really hear and he can't really see, and so if he does see one, he's gonna shoot it. So I got the wind in my face, the field in my face, so I kind of set up on this side because of that. It's like a southeast wind, so the wind's perfect, and hopefully I don't get ticks all over me.
Alright, it's about 10 a.m. Been sitting for a few hours. Haven't had much movement since getting in the tree and seeing that buck bedded down here. So I'm on a pretty good trail, but I think I'm gonna get down and just kind of do some still hunting and walk around and see if I find any good sign or stuff. Give me a good idea on where to set up this evening. But pretty slow morning. Austin, however, saw a doe and a fawn in the food plot that he was hunting. It was just out of range, so that was cool that he saw that, but it has been pretty dead over here this morning. Multiple times I've had these squirrels working branches, messing around, like right at the level that a deer would, and I'm just like, one time I knew it was a buck working a scrape. Had my bow ready and everything, but not much. So first hunt of the year in Oklahoma, do a little bit of fly fishing, eat some lunch, and then get back out here this afternoon for an evening hunt. First tracks. Alright, we booked it out here, found a spot with some really good rubs, some fresh acorns, and some fresh deer scat. So, man, but it's a trek out here, so it's about 350, and I'm almost to my waypoint, and I'm going to try to set up over this sign. I'll show y'all what the sign looks like, and man, I'm really hoping this is worth it. But if I do end up getting a shot on one and killing one, I have quite the haul out of here. So, this is public land hunting, and man, this is why you love it, but also, it's so hard. So rewarding, but so hard. So, we went and explored a little bit, Josh and I, and found an awesome spot that was insanely hard to get to. We had to cross like 3 creeks and the river, and anyways, that's where Josh wanted to sit. Right now we found some good rubs and one really good rub. And I'm sitting right now exactly where I saw those does cross at this morning. East wind, so it's like straight in my face, and it's pretty thick behind me, and I think they're gonna come from this direction over here, or maybe just walk this tree line right over there. It's really, really hot, and we've been sweating just a little bit, and we might get busted. That buck that where Josh was hunting at this morning is bedded not too far from here, so it could come on by. If Josh kills one, it's going to be a really long night carrying that deer out. Tore that one up, dude. Now I just got to figure out what tree I want to get in. There's a fresh scrape right there, too. This looks like a really good spot. I got a scrape right down to my right. And a set of like 3 rubs. Super early season. It's kind of a booger to cross the river, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So hopefully it pays off, and hopefully I at least get deer. I am a little nervous though, because the wind is doing something I didn't think it was gonna do. 3:11, dude. Let's go get ourselves a deer this morning.
3:11, 7:11.
We just got out here. It's October 11th. It's early season. So, we're back at this piece of public that we hunted last weekend. And we almost sealed the deal last weekend. I had a doe and a buck come out about an hour before last light and just never got close enough. They were within 30 yards, but just behind a bunch of brush and stuff, as you saw. But Austin and I have a couple spots pinned that we're going to try this morning, see if we can make it happen. And then this evening, I'm pretty confident if we don't get on a deer this morning, we got a really good chance to kill one this evening. So hopefully we can make it happen. Hopefully we can make it happen this morning. But last morning I hunted out here, I spooked up that buck out of its bed, so hopefully that doesn't happen again today. In between hunts, I'm definitely going to fly fish a little bit today. Good luck, Austin.
We spooked up. We've seen 3 deer so far on the bike ride out here. I've seen 6 deer so far. None of them have really gotten close enough to do anything with, except for that really big buck. And I wasn't able to get it on camera, but he got like 15 yards away and iced him. And it got my scent.
Dude, it's so hard going in blind on public. That might have been the most hectic morning I think I've ever had deer hunting, trying to get in a deer stand. I pressed into this glade, thinking I could get to the back edge of it. Squirrels are everywhere. Thinking I could get to the back edge of it and set up and get in here real quiet, but to my surprise, there was a large amount of deer bedded in the glade, like 50 yards into the glade. It sounded like a stampede of deer take off. I just found this tree that I'm currently in, which was a big mistake because it was a pain in the butt to get up. And then I get to the top of the stand, and every single one of my arrows fall out of the quiver. So I have to climb down the stand, get all my arrows, get back up, and set up. So it's been crazy. Good news is Austin been seeing a crazy amount of deer. He said that he saw a really nice buck. But yeah, a lot of deer spooked up today. So I'm not necessarily holding out for this morning, but I think this evening is going to be a good hunt. Scrape right here. Austin had a nice buck. Come through here, work this trail, and then catch his wind. Best one they got. Just went, got a bite, caught a nice largemouth, which was cool. We fished for a brief moment, but now we're saddled back up. We got all our camo back on, and we're about to head back out for the afternoon or the evening hunt. So I think we got a pretty good idea where some deer are going to be moving tonight. Austin's planning to sit the same spot he sat this morning because of just how much good movement there was, and then we went down there, and as you saw, there was multiple scrapes. So it looks like a killer spot. And then I'm going to go back with this north wind to this far glade where I found a really fresh rub and a nice scrape last week at this public. So I saw those 2 deer last week, so I'm going to try to move in a little bit quicker or closer where they cross and see if I can make it happen today. And then Austin's going to get up in the tree this evening. He brought his hang on, so he's going to try to get set up there. So if a buck does what it did this morning to him, he can actually get a good shot on it. So praying, Lord, bless us with a deer. Austin's setting up this janky hang on. See if he can make it happen. Tons of scrapes, rubs all the way down this trail. I'm gonna be moving north to my spot, so we'll see what happens. Check my arrow to see what it looks like and climb back up. I didn't realize there was that many deer in front of me. There's a big buck to my right. I'm worried if I hit a little bit low. I honestly think I hit good. Just wanted to give an update. Just got off the phone with Austin. I think we doubled up. Austin found his deer. I'm hesitant to get down. I mean, she mule kicked. Everything looked really good. But I did not hear her crash. I heard her trot off as she saw the video and just stopped. And I saw her tail flicker, and then I just didn't see anything else. But about 15 minutes ago, I saw a doe. Like 50 yards, 30 to 50 yards to the right of where she ran off, walking with her tail flicking, and it makes me nervous that was the doe I just shot. But I don't know, I think I got a good shot. She mule kicked and everything, so I think that we doubled up, but we'll see. Don't move like that. Oh, dude, there she is, bro.
Just stood there for a second, wobbled. Boom.
Heck yeah, dude. Congrats, bro.
Thanks, man.
That's awesome.
Dude, she's pretty dope.
She is, bro. Heck yeah. Also shot a doe, 25 yards. As you saw in the video. She ran 9 yards and dropped. I shot mine at about 11 yards. Y'all have to let me know what you think about my shot and if that deer's dead. But we searched really hard for her. And the blood started out really good, trickled off, and didn't find her. So we're pretty sad about that. But we doubled up on public today. That's super exciting. We retrieved Austin's doe, which is a huge blessing. So pretty upset about not finding mine, but it's all right. Anything you gotta say, Austin?
Dude, yeah, just super thankful we hunted hard.
Dude, we did 2 weekends in a row, dude.
We had to cross last week. We had to cross like 4 rivers, creeks to get to it, and then we realized there was a trail that led directly here. So, yeah, today it was just saw so many deer, spooked up so many deer, and but really was blessed to end up with one in the end.
That's awesome.
Saw a ton of deer tonight, and but yeah.
Heck yeah, dude.
Fixed broadhead.
Fixed broadhead didn't do so well with me, but I'm wondering though when I pull up the video if it's a bad shot, because I can't really tell through the viewfinder.
So
But
mine was quartered a little bit, and it went in right here and out
oh yeah, dude.
the other side right there. So I'm gonna exit literally right
Right at the heart.
Yeah. Over. You see the exit?
Oh yeah. All right, dude. Let's get her cleaned up. Get her out of here.